guys, from Granny Life bringing a video, and today we're going to be doing a review on Scream Queens episode 6 and my theory for it. I think it's episode 6, I'm pretty sure. So basically, how do we start out? Okay, so this is what happens. They vote for who's gonna be next Kappa Kappa president. And they decide, and I guess Chanel was playing it off that she was upset that Zayday won, but she did it on purpose. Chanel, the original Chanel, even voted for Zayday to be president because she doesn't want the blame being put on her when all the killer kills more people. It's a big responsibility because the killer, whoever is the leader of Kappa Kappa, has to suffer the consequences of the killer killing people and stuff, that's a big responsibility because the killer will go after the president the most, so they vote, and then what happens is the first order and Kappa Kappa is that Zayday wants to have a sleepover to figure out who the killer is. She tries to release secrets about all the house members. So she's trying to figure out secrets, and they have a sleepover. And I'm guessing Chanel number 3 has a crush on what's her name? I got a whole list this time, so that's good. Okay, Chanel number 3, the one that never has any enthusiasm, has a crush on Sam. She was loving her and stuff, and I'll tell you about that later. So basically, Zayday had a sleepover, and how they started out the sleepover was they played Spin the Bottle. Now, what do you call it? It was crazy stuff what they say in these episodes about getting jiggy and stuff. But I guess Chanel number 3 and Sam were in love or something like that. But then when they played Spin the Bottle, Chanel number 3, it landed on, what's her name? See, I don't even remember these names. Grace Gardner. Okay, so it landed on Grace Gardner, and Chanel number 3 says, let's redo it. She says that's the new rule. We can retry or something like that. So she spun it again, and it landed on Sam. So they smooched. So then after that, later on, after they played Spin in the Bottle, then they played other games what else did they play? Was it Truth or Dare? Oh yeah, they played Truth or Dare next. So they're playing Truth or Dare, and what happens is, they start out with some truths from people, and then they finally, Sam gets asked, Truth or Dare, and then she says truth. So then the person that's asking her that says, what's Chanel number 3 darkest secret or something like that, most important secret or something like that, and stuff like that, and Sam says what is it, Marilyn Manson or something like that? I don't know what his name is, but she says Chanel number 3 is related to Marilyn something Manson. Charles Manson. Chanel number 3 is related to Charles Manson, she was saying, but at the same time, Chanel number 3 is trying to cover up, saying me and Sam love each other or something like that, or something like that. They're saying that I have a crush on her or something. She has a crush on Sam. Yeah, I think that was the way it was. So, and while Sam was saying she's related to Charles Manson and stuff, but then Chad comes out saying, so you must be the killer then, because Charles Manson's crazy and stuff, and they assumed her, but no, but then she says, well, you should, and then Chanel number 3 was saying, no, I'm not the killer, and then Chad says, well, you should be, you would be pretty good at it, because of Charles Manson. So then later on, what was it next? Okay, so they were playing Truth or Dare, and when she told people that she was related to Charles Manson, then Chanel number 3 went and said, Sam, Truth or Dare. So Sam says Dare, and Chanel number 3 was upset with her, so she told her, I dare you to. No, she says it somewhat. I'm like laughing when I say it, but she said it in a serious way. She has no like reaction to what she says. She has no personality wise. But like she says, I dare you to go into the basement and sleep in that the bathtub that has all the blood in it. You know where the baby was born and stuff. It has like the bloody bottom. So I dare you to sleep in the bathtub in the basement, which had the blood in it. So she goes down there and she lays in the. Well, she's about to lay in the bathtub, I think. And then the killer comes up behind her, smacks her against the bathtub, and then like she falls on the floor and she can't even move. So then the killer puts her in the bathtub, and then Sam is like, if you're gonna kill me, can you at least show me who you are? So of course they want to keep it secret, and they pull the camera away from the killer and point it at the girl. And she takes off the mask, and then they like show the killer again, and then Sam's like, I knew it was you. I knew it was you from the beginning or something. Like I always knew it was you or something like that. Like, just the way she said it was crazy, but she says, I knew it was you all this time. And like that got me wondering who could it possibly be. It had to be someone from Kappa Kappa. It can't be like some stranger. But I don't know, maybe it is somebody, maybe one of the adults, but maybe it's one of the students, who knows. But then after that, she got killed. And I don't know if that's after this game, or... No, oh, okay, no, that's it. Okay, so then, Hester, Chanel number 6, as you call her, goes into the basement. I guess screams. Well, you don't see this, but you hear Hester screaming. Hester, aka Chanel number 6, screaming, and everyone runs to the basement. And there's Chanel with the dead body of Sam in the bathtub, and saying Chanel's dead. And then Chanel, Sam's dead and stuff. And then the original Chanel was saying, so you must be the killer because you were the only one here. Then also Grace Gardner also agrees kind of that it seems kind of strange that you're the only one here with her and she's dead in the bathtub. So, you know, they think she's a suspect. So, and then like they go upstairs, and I don't know, I guess then they play 7 minutes in heaven, and that's like when you go in the closet and get crazy. Or something like that. And so first, trying to think who goes in first. Chad and Chanel go in the closet first, and some crazy stuff happens. They say it's just funny. And then the next thing that happens is then what's her name? I think she's Chanel number 5. There's Abigail Breslin. Abigail Breslin, where are you? I don't know. I think it's Chanel number 5, guys. I can't find her. Oh, okay, here we go. Chanel number 5. Yep, Chanel number 5. And you know how like there was 2 twins and one died in the last episode and there was the one left? Okay, so this is what happened. So the one twin and her were in the closet together. And, you know, they started, you know. So then, after that, then all of a sudden, the twins like saying, it feels so good to be away from my twin brother all this time. We've never been apart since a couple of seconds at birth time or something like that. It was crazy. What the hell? But yeah, so what happened was then after he was explaining that, then the killer creeped up behind the guy, but the girl was watching, but she couldn't scream because she was paralyzed with fear. So the killer's coming up behind him, and the girl witnesses this. The killer has like a nail gun, and he just like sticks up the head while the guy's talking still. So then, after he's like just about finished talking, he gets shot in there with the nail gun, and then it starts getting faster. Like he falls on the floor, and then like the killer, she like hides in this little coat rack thing. So she's hiding in the coat rack thing, and she's like. And the killer's, and she's like scared, she's screaming and stuff, and the killer's just like, Yeah, just with the gun. It's like super speed nail guns out. And then afterwards she screams and like it shows the body on the floor and there's like a million nails inside this guy's face. So then after that, like they suspect that Chanel number 5 was the killer. And then the one person says, "Well, there was 2 killers." And then Chanel, the original Chanel, was saying, "Well, Chanel number 5 and Chanel number 6 are both the killers," and stuff like that. So, and then what happens is they find a secret passage in the closet. So they open it up, and so the one person tells them about it and says, "There's a secret closet in here," and then like secret tunnel kind of thing, secret passage. So what happens is I guess like Chanel offers to go in, and I guess like Zayde went with her. So Chanel and Zayde go through the secret passage. That's where the killer's been coming in and out, I'm guessing. So Chanel and Zayde go in there, and like what happens is I guess they're like talking, and then like all of a sudden you see the killer pop up, and he has like 2 axes. He's sliding them on both sides of the walls. There's like a big scraping noise all the way down until he walks it. Then he starts running, and like the girl Zayde trips on the floor, and she rolls over because the guy almost hit her with the axe, and yeah. And I guess like after that, what happens is like she gets back up and runs, but he almost kills her again, and like she's up against the wall, and next thing you know, the killer is there facing her. So then Chanel comes up behind and hits him with like some kind of light bulb or something. I don't know if it was like a lamp or something, but hits him, or like some kind of glass powder or something. Just like hits him in the head, and he falls to the floor. And then Zayde can't believe that Chanel saved her. So they run away, and and then after that, I forgot what happened next. I don't know if that was it or what. I really don't remember. So, but I know at the beginning of the episode, there was another guy, the guy without the arms, that was in that boy club kind of thing. He had no arms because they got him chopped off in the episode. But he got killed at the beginning of the episode when they were trying to save the girls out of the place, because the place got locked down with the security because the killer shut it down so they couldn't get out, all the doors locked and stuff. But the guy was trying to climb up a ladder with no arms. He was the last guy to climb up because the killer was coming. And I guess like the killer took the ladder and made it fall into the grass, or the ground or whatever, and the guy was still on the ladder. So then he falls on the floor, and the killer goes up to him and starts chopping him in the stomach with the axe. And then at the last thing to kill him with is chop his head off with the axe and stuff. That's crazy. And then after that, that's when I took about all that other stuff. So I'm trying to figure out how it ended though. I really don't remember, guys. So they got out of the tunnel. I don't remember what happens, but yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I had to rewatch the ending because that was just crazy. I forgot all about what happened, but like I looked at it and it was just crazy the second time I watch it. So what happens is after that I guess like what's her name, Grace Gardner's father, like they're all in the room safe and sound and like the dean comes in and is talking about now that they're like the security guards are there too, and like they say now they're gonna guard the place and stuff. And like the dean says, "Oh well, that was just like a girl who wanted to get jiggy or something like that." Like says people that want to have sex, and the other girl was useless too. No, the other guy was useless too with no arms and stuff. So they weren't really that important. Now we can not everyone else is important or something like that. And she was just crazy. Like she doesn't care about anyone but herself. I'm just saying. So anyway, like the Grace Gardner's father comes in and says, "We gotta get out of here now. I'm gonna pick you up in 2 seconds if you don't leave," because she didn't want to leave because I guess like she was part of the sorority and she didn't want to leave her friends and stuff. But she didn't, and Dad was kind of upset about it, but he left and agreed to let her stay or something like that. So then after that, they get like these pink nunchucks for in case if anything ever happens again. So they got pink nunchucks now, all the members of the house, because I guess Chanel gave it to them. And then after that, they never got to finish their sleepover party. So and Zayday says the only way to finish a sleepover party is to have a dance party at the end. So they all start randomly dancing and their music and stuff, and that's the ending. And while they're dancing, and then Hester screams, and next thing you know, you see the Red Devil outside in the window, staring at all of them. So then you know there's a lot more coming in the next episode. So that's the end of the episode. Sorry about that, I couldn't remember. It's a lot to hold in your brain, hours worth of footage, and a million characters and scenes and stuff. So then it showed like next week's clip afterwards, a sneak peek of next week, and you're not gonna believe who's back. Chanel number 3, aka Ariana Grande. You know what that means. My theory might be right. If Chanel's still alive, then that means she's the killer. Because there's no way. How could she possibly be dead and then come back? Now, the person on Instagram, I saw a picture of her of Chanel number 3 on Instagram saying, oh, she's back and stuff. And in the comments, one person said, oh, that's her twin sister. Well, I don't know if that's true. It can't be. There's no such thing as a twin Chanel number 3. That's just crazy. That might be a possible way, but I have a feeling that she's the killer and that she faked her death. And that's my theory still. But I'll tell you more about that in a second. So, Chanel's coming back next week. Chanel number 3. That's going to be crazy. And also, there's going to be lots of crazy stuff happening next week. I guess Hester and somebody else is going to... they all agreed that they're going to kill Chanel. And, you know, I'm not spoiling much. That's just the two things. So, next week's going to be crazy. And, yeah, so I can't wait to see Chanel number 3 back. It's going to be crazy to see her back on TV. That's the whole reason we all watched it in the first place, I think. Or else we would have never known about this episode, really. You know what I'm saying? All of us Ariana Grande fans. So, yeah, she's coming back. That's going to be crazy. Can't wait to see what happens. Next week's definitely going to be just as good as this week, if not better. I think this week's episode was one of the best. You saw a couple of killings and stuff, which is good. And, so my theory... Still the same thing. Ariana Grande is coming back next week. So Chanel number 3. So you know that means that she's the killer, probably. Because why would she have a twin? That makes no sense. Why you would have someone as a twin? I don't know why they would put 2 twins in there. It just makes no sense. Let's put a twin in there as Ariana Grande or something like that. I don't believe that. I have a feeling there's just something sneakier they put together, like something crazy. So I have a feeling they're faking the death, and Ariana Grande's in the costume, working with, what's her name? Because there's a lot of people that are working with the killer. So you got, Boone, aka Nick Jonas. He's working with the killer. I haven't seen him in a while. But the last person we saw, like a week or two ago, that was working with the killer, someone new that got revealed, is, Gigi Caldwell, who was dating, Grace Garner's father. So she's working with the killer, and that's crazy. And next week, it also shows like her talking about something about evil, like working with the killer. I think she was in next week's episode talking about some crazy stuff. So we'll find out about that. But you know, so we're gonna find out more of her history next week about working with the killer. But she's supposed to be evil, and we all know that. I think Ariana Grande, aka Chanel number 3, has faked her death. There's no way. I still going with that theory that she's one of the killers and Boone's the other killer and they're working together or something. I don't know. But now this Gigi Caldwell came in like a week ago, and I'm wondering who this woman is. I don't know if she's the parent or if she is just helping them. Or maybe this is all a prank, and or not a prank. Maybe they're just trying to get revenge on Kappa. Kappa, maybe something happened. Maybe they don't like, the Chanels and stuff. I don't know, but we'll find out in future episodes. Sorry, it's not the best theory, but that's all I can go with is that Ariana Grande is the killer, Boone is the killer, you know, Chanel number 3, Boone, aka Nick Jonas and Ariana Grande, they're the killers, working with Gigi Caldwell, and that's all we know so far. I don't know anyone else who is working with the killer, but so far that's all we got. We'll find out more next week. There was 2 deaths, so it can't be the guy with no arms, and it can't be Sam, who's like the Asian girl. She's dead, and past episodes, lots of people died too. So we're left. I think like if there was a killer in the house that Zayday and them were talking about, it'd either be Chanel number 3, Chanel number 5, Zayday, Grace Garner. It's gotta be somebody. Maybe the father, maybe the dean. Maybe the girl who likes candles, who's known as Jennifer. I don't know, but I don't think they would kill anybody. And Hester. Hester is like one of the craziest ones. Who knows if she's the killer? I don't know. I think she's gonna die next week. I'm not sure though. Just saying, she might die. I don't know the facts yet, but it seems like she's someone who's gonna die real soon. And watching that preview for next week's episode, it seems like she died. But I could be wrong. Maybe it's someone else. But yeah, so my most suspicious characters would either be Hester, Ariana Grande, aka Chanel number 3, and you know Boone's working with the killer, and Gigi Caldwell. So I mean that's all I can think of. I don't think Grace Garner. I don't think even Chanel, even though she's evil, I don't think she would kill people. That would just ruin her reputation, you know. And it could be Pete Martinez. Maybe he's the killer, but I doubt it. I don't know. That just seems weird. I mean, we all know he had one of the costumes to the devil at one point a long time ago in one of the episodes. But I don't know if he's the killer or if he's just had it for no reason. But then, like, there's like all these hints. But I don't know. I would just think the most suspicious characters would be the Dean and Pete Martinez and Hester, Chanel number 3, and Boone. And Gigi Caldwell. That's all. Unless if it's the father, which I highly doubt. Why would she want that? Maybe the father was jealous? No, maybe the father was trying to scare Grace Garner. Because I think when Grace Garner started coming, that's when all these killings started. So that could be another theory. Grace Garner's father could be the killer and trying to scare off Grace to... That might be a good one. A good theory. Maybe Grace Garner's father is the killer and trying to scare off Grace... Oh, I'm coming up with a new idea. Okay, so Grace Garner's father is killing all these people to scare Grace into going out of the Kappa Kappa house and come back home. And you know how, like, Grace's father, Wes Garner, that's his name, Wes Garner. Grace's father is dating Gigi Caldwell, who's working with the killer. So maybe Wes Garner and Gigi Caldwell are both working together, and they're trying to help scare the daughter into leaving. I don't know why Gigi would work with them. Maybe she's evil. Maybe she thought that the guy was hot or something like that. But maybe they're working together to scare off Grace to go back home. But it's not working out for the dad. And maybe maybe that's it. Who knows? But we'll find out soon. That's another idea that just popped in my head. Maybe that's another theory I'll start doing. But I just don't know how Ariana Grande comes into this. Like Chanel number 3. How could she come back to life? Maybe she has a twin. But that makes no sense. We'll find out next week what's going on. You know, it's all like just jumbled around. Pieces thrown all over the place. We don't even know what's going on yet. We gotta figure out next week. So thanks guys for watching. Sorry that this is probably a long video, but stay grande as usual. Give this video a like, comment below if you have something to say, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. That'd be awesome. And I love your guys' support. Thanks for everything you guys do, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.